everyone, this is my 2011 Porsche Cayenne Turbo, and in today's video I will be replacing all of the ignition coils and the spark plugs. Before I start, I want to note that I had a check engine light that came on recently. I've experienced rough idle and loss of power. I plugged in my OBD reader and I got a P308 code. And that code means there's a cylinder misfire in cylinder number 8, which is located back here. However, I'm changing all of the ignition coils and all of the spark plugs because they're due to be replaced. You can budget around 2 to 3 hours to do this task, so let's get right to it. First thing to do is remove all of the plastic covers around the engine. That way we have more room to work. There we go. So with those plastic engine covers removed, we have a fair bit more room to work with. So as I mentioned at the beginning, the issue I have is with cylinder number 8, which is back here. And I've noticed that it's missing one of the screws here to hold down this cover. I don't think it has anything to do with the issues. I think it's just a coincidence. But I'm going to go ahead and start taking things apart. I'm going to start on the passenger side. So first thing to do is remove these bolts. They're a T30. I'm going to go ahead and remove these screws. Again, these are a T30. There we go. So we can pop this cover off. On the passenger side, we need to remove this brace in order to remove this cover. So what you'll need is a T50 to remove this bolt. And it's secured by a nut behind, which is a 16 millimeter. So for this bolt down here, you don't have to remove it. You just have to loosen it enough so that you can just swing this up and over and out of your way. Now we've got good access to this T30 down here, so we can go ahead and remove these 4 T30 screws. So as you can see, there's very limited room back here because we've got this air filter box. If you do have a T30 drill bit like this, then this task could be super easy. Then you can just put that there and then use a small wrench like this to loosen it. That one in the back, cylinder number 4, is also a problem because you do have these hoses that are kind of in the way. I'm just going to use a drill bit and use a wrench. Okay, the third one is relatively easy to get to. So that was easy. You don't have to disconnect any hoses for this one back here. So access to these T30 screws are pretty good. These two, not a problem. This one behind the air filter, there isn't a whole lot of room. Same with this one back there, but you can just move the hoses and I'll give you enough access. So I went ahead and loosened them, and now I can just use my bit. Just go in and remove these screws. Okay, so that's the last of those T30 screws. So I can go ahead and remove this cover. With the covers removed, you'll expose the connections for your coils, so we can go ahead and remove those. Okay, this one's a little stubborn, but I don't want to pull on these wires, so just use a flathead screwdriver. I'll pop right out. There we go. For cylinder number 8, a swivel joint with an extension works perfectly right here. So I have all 4 E12 screws removed on this side. Just repeat on the other side. With the E12 screws removed, we can go ahead and pop these ignition coils off. So they're going to be held down by a little bit of suction, but just pull it straight out. There you go. This ignition coil on number 8, it's a little bit tricky because you've got this tubing that's rather stiff right in front of it. So you're going to have to kind of pry it out of the way and That should give you just enough clearance to get this one out. So this is the one that was pulling those codes. So I'm kind of interested to see what this one looks like. Oh wow, yeah, you can see right there. This one's got a pretty good crack. So now I'm on the passenger side. Oh, this one's also got a good crack as well. Okay, so all 8 ignition coils have been removed. Now, before I go ahead and remove the spark plugs, my tip is to get an air gun and kind of just blow out all the debris. Because last thing you want to do is when you pull those spark plugs out, you don't want any debris to get in there. Okay, let's take a look at the new ignition coils. So the ones I got are Beirut. These are from Germany. This is OEM ignition coils. So there we go. Made in Germany. So there's the old one. There's the new one. So they're pretty much identical. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the first spark plug. I'm using a 5/8 spark plug socket with a rubber sleeve. So there's a look at one of the old spark plugs that I removed. I was actually surprised just how clean the spark plug looks. For comparison, there's the new plug and there's the old plug. And I do notice they're slightly different. And the nice thing about these spark plugs that I got, they're pre-gapped, so I don't have to gap them before installing. Some people put dielectric grease on their plugs. I'm not going to do that. I don't think Porsche recommends adding any dielectric grease or any anti-seize, so I'm not adding anything like that at all. Now I'm installing the new spark plug. I'll put them in, I'll just hand tighten them for now, and then I'll torque them down to 22 foot-pounds. Now I'm working my way towards the driver's side, starting on cylinder number 5. Almost there. This one is cylinder number 7. Okay, that's the last plug. So almost there. Just gotta install the last plug. Then I'll go ahead and torque all 8 of them down to 22 foot-pounds. I'm going to torque these down 22 foot-pounds. There we go. Now I can go ahead and install the new ignition coils. Porsche doesn't recommend using these E12 screws They're a one-time use, and from what I've heard, they break rather easily. I'm gonna reuse them, but instead of torquing them down to 4 foot-pounds, I'm just gonna hand tighten them. These don't need to be on very tight, so that's one tip for you guys. Don't over tighten these. They don't need to be tight. This is held on pretty hard as it is on its own by the suction. Plus you're gonna have the covers on top. So don't over torque them. Guys, don't have to over torque these. Just hand tighten them. That's it. Just hand tighten these E12 screws. They don't need a whole lot of torque. Like that's good. Right, just like that. Passenger side all complete. Then just repeat on the other side. So just hand tighten, that's it. Plug it in, done. It's a little awkward with the camera right in front of me, guys, but all right, there we go. What we have to do now is just put these covers back on. There we go. And those were held on by these T30 screws. All that's really left to do is mount this brace back to the motor. So I have a bag full of different types of plugs, which I bought on Amazon, and these come in really handy because, as you know, these plugs do tend to break quite easily, and I can tell I'm missing quite a few on this car. It's got a nice variety, so there's all different sizes to choose from. So if this one didn't work, for example, I can look for one size bigger. Just like that, that was perfect. See, nice and solid now. It seems like these Porsches use these really thick Christmas tree plugs. So this one, let's just see if this one fits. Oh yeah, that was perfect. Wow, you know what a difference it makes when you've got these plugs. Everything fits together nice and solid. Everything's put back together. All that's left is to take it for a quick test drive. Came back from the test drive and the engine runs beautifully. So job's done. Super easy task, guys. I'd probably give this a 3 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. And that's going to do it for this one.